Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the We're Going 5 podcast, powered by TSH Tennis. An amazing 2 weeks of tennis went down. I don't know exactly, but it was an amazing storyline that came from it in Toronto, and I think a historic one in Montreal. But Haroon, the champion, the one and only Ben Shelton, your boy, is a Masters champion. Your thoughts on this, man?
Big congrats to Benny Schultz. Now he has a 250 ATP 500 title and now a big title, the Masters 1000. Big credit to him. He's been playing really good. He beat two of the top 10 guys. He beat Alex Minaur and Fritz. So a great result for him. And he's been developing his game more and more. Like this year, there's a big transformation from the beginning of the season. Like he started off, we had a lot of high hopes for him because he's a big time player, but he became there's small things. He started to become smaller, smarter, and he's tweaking things more. His serve is still insane. A little bit on the point construction, I wanted him to improve, but still, he's not afraid of anybody. His charisma is insane. His confidence is through the roof, and he's inching himself closer into a bigger title, Slam, and we're gonna play the ATP finals as well, hopefully. I'm really impressed. And what did you think?
Just 4 years ago, Ben Shelton, imagine this was a guy who played a few tournaments in the U.S. swing, and he's like, do I continue in college or do I go pro? And now here he is. He's one of the top. He's top 6 now.
Yeah.
This is amazing for him.
It is.
He's gonna get even higher because we're so high on him.
Yeah.
You know, I love the overall package of Ben Shelton.
Yeah.
First off, he's built for the big moments. As you said, he doesn't shy away from anyone.
Anybody.
And there are some guys where they are made to shine on the biggest of stages. Yeah. And Ben Shelton is one of those players that shines on the biggest of stages. And not only that, we love his character, and I can't wait to talk about his character. But these two things together make me a big fan of Ben Shelton. And I don't understand
Bigger fan.
And I don't understand the backlash sometimes he gets. People don't like his tennis. People don't like his. I don't know. They think he's
sometimes
cocky.
His energy is.
I love it. I love it all. I love Ben Shelton. Yeah. Everything about him. His entire family. His dad seems super cool. I feel like I want him as a coach. Just so many amazing things. But the clutchness, Haroon, of this man in this tournament. Yeah. Three out of the 6 matches he had to win in final set tiebreaks. What does that say about just how alpha energy that he possesses?
It talks about the big stages that he wants to be on, and that he's so confident and he's not afraid of anybody, and he kind of likes it. He wants to be in these positions because he likes to, bring out some parts of his game that doesn't come out, in the normal, mundane types of points. Yeah. And he likes it. So it just shows much more about his character, that he's built for these moments, and that he wants to become on, even more crucial points in this stressful situations. Yeah, it's very impressive.
Also this tournament, maybe you could say there's no Sinner, there's no Djokovic, there's no Alcaraz. But he had to take down 2 top 10 players to win this tournament, right? Yeah. Fritz, who's been flying high, we know what he was doing in the grass swing. You could say he's arguably one of the, maybe he's top 3, maybe even top 2 because he played the entire grass swing.
Player.
I'm talking in the grass swing. He was you could say he's top 2.
Yeah.
And he's moving into this swing. He loves to play in these conditions. He loves these tournaments.
Yeah.
He took him down in straight sets. Yeah. So clutch.
Impressive.
And then in Khachanov, and we're going to talk about Khachanov, but that taking down a final set, that's pressure there to win you the biggest tournament. Khachanov has been there before. He's been in this moment before. Ben Shelton has never been in this moment.
He won a title. You won a big title before.
He rose up to the occasion. He showed how amazing he is. And I think that Ben Shelton's only going to fly higher. I can't wait to talk about a few other things that he's done this tournament. Yeah. We're getting into that. But before we move on, Haroon, a guy we need to mention, a guy that we really always show lots of respect.
Exactly.
Lots of respect.
Respect.
Karen Khachanov.
Massive respect.
Making it all the way to the final. This man hasn't been this far in a Masters since 2018. Yeah, and I was actually there in that tournament. I saw him play. Yeah, so it's been a while. A lot has happened since then. But Karen has made it again to Masters final. So much credit to him. Give me your thoughts on Karen.
Yeah, I want you to share your thoughts. Since you saw him before, did any emotions come back when you watched him?
No, Karen Khachanov is so reliable.
Yeah.
To me, he's so reliable. This man,
like 7-Eleven, always open.
Exactly. Very rarely do you see Karen Khachanov have big dips? Or like, what was that performance? It happens usually after an injury, after a long break. But Karen Khachanov, if you go look at his stats, go look at his records, he's always going deep in slams. He's always making it to the second week. He goes deep in tournaments, and he's being rewarded for it. Because where is he now? He's back in the top 10 too. I know there's a glitch in the system, but he's back. He's right now. He's in there in the live rankings. Karen Khachanov is a top 10 player.
Deserved.
It is deserved. But your thoughts on him?
Yeah, like I always said that he's a guy that, he's a professional. Like that's how I would describe him. He's professional. He's reliable. He's disciplined. He doesn't give up free points. He's not super flashy. Like he doesn't do crazy things, but he's a professional player that doesn't give up. He's not going to throw away matches. He's not going to take matches. Yeah. And you have to really beat him. Yeah. You have to really beat him because he brings kind of like this A- type of game that he like all the time, same school of not Sinner, Minaur, where they're just like really pros and they make it super hard to beat them. So that's why we have a lot of respect for someone like him, because also his character is very great. He's a humble person, and sportsmanship is like oozing through him. And yeah, everybody always talks so highly about him. So he deserves it. Like he puts in all out of the work and the effort. He deserves to be there.
We always say, like, not only do we like different guys to get these nice results, we love it when it's someone with great character.
Yeah, exactly.
People with great character, when they show when they also show the great tennis to go along with that great character. Dimitrov, we say that about him. Khachanov is another guy that we say about. We love these guys, and it's a happy week because I think Ben Shelton and Karen Khachanov are not only two great players, they are great human beings.
Yeah.
From a French perspective, I have to say.
And it showed in that post ceremony. That was really nice.
Yeah. We want to get into that, but we have to talk about his run though, because he took down Casper Ruud, right? And
my boy.
Yeah, your boy Casper Ruud. He took him down. Casper Ruud is a U.S. Open.
It's not his year so far.
But can we say that? Can we say that? Maybe. But I think Casper, we should expect stuff from him in the U.S. Open. He's a finalist there. Taking down Mickelson, who's flying high. He's carrying the torch for the next gen. Like, he is the one carrying the torch. Alex Mickelson deserves some love and respect because out of all the next gen people, he is the most consistent. Yeah. He's the one who, I know Menchik won a Masters. Yeah. But if we're talking about a body of work, Alex Mickelson deserves love.
Yeah.
And then after that, obviously, taking down Sasha Zverev in a final set tiebreak to book his spot back into the final.
Really impressive.
Very impressive. In a final set tiebreak.
Yeah. His style of play, by the way, he was trying new things. Like, this is not, I didn't feel like this is the standard Karen Khachanov that we see all the time. He started adding serve and volley, some more slice, going like more back and forth, trying to use the drop shot a bit more. So I felt that this was some nice creativity that he's showing. And maybe this is, by the way, even a further breakthrough, like kind of like a second wave of something of Karen Khachanov. He already proved it so far. Maybe we could see something interesting coming soon.
Well, back in the top 10, like if anything, the trajectory seems like it's going up.
Yeah.
But he was the more brave player, you can say, in that final set tiebreak. Yeah. Sasha.
He was up 3-1, Sasha.
Sasha was a mini breakup, and then it shifted
also,
completely.
Sasha had match point.
Yeah, but it shifted completely. Karen Khachanov is a mentally tough player.
Yeah.
I think he's a very mentally tough player. And it goes to your point where you said he doesn't go down easily. You can't beat him easily because he's going to fight.
Yeah.
And that's a special, I think a special 2 weeks from him, special 2 weeks from Ben Shelton. And let's see what happens going into Cincy, going into US Open. But these are two guys we must keep an eye on.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, Yusuf. Moving on to Victoria Mboko's amazing historic title run. Wow. I think she wowed us all. Yusuf, your thoughts on this rising star?
You know, throughout the entire tournament, because we're going to prep for the podcast, right? So I'm thinking, I'm watching the tournament, I'm like, who am I going to pick as my biggest winner? I had Victoria Mboko written down.
Really?
Yeah, but the problem is I can't take her as the biggest winner. Why? Because she's the champion. She ended up winning this tournament.
Amazing.
I think this was an iconic run. I did not see this coming. But you know, if I was looking closely, maybe I could see it coming. But the run that she had is spectacular. She took down 4 Grand Slam champions. Like, I'm at a loss of words because she's 18 years old, right? Yeah. You take down Sofia Kenin, fine, but she's a Grand Slam champion.
She
Maybe
is.
not the same thing, but she's a Grand Slam champion.
By the way, for the WTA side, this is a very tough match because you never know when these former champions
and
can break
Sofia
through.
Kenin is always a tough out,
Yes.
even if she's not in the same exact form as she was back when she won Roland Garros.
Exactly.
But Coco Gauff, who is the 2025 Roland Garros champion, takes her down in straight sets in very convincing fashion. And then after that, I think maybe the match of the tournament, the way she took down Rybakina in a final set tiebreak, the clutch gene to be able to put up this performance, to take down the Wimbledon champion, Elena Rybakina, in the semifinals of a tournament. And then to cap that off, what does she do? She takes down her idol, Naomi Osaka, to win the tournament. And she is down a set. This should be over. You're playing your idol. You should be down and out.
And Naomi Osaka was also playing well.
Yes, and she was, again, against Rybakina, she was match points down. It was a set down. All these things. But Victoria Mboko is built for the moment. You know, we said Ben Shelton's built for the moment. Yeah. Victoria Mboko is built for the moment. This woman, she's a young woman, and she's a star, and she's rising. And she's going to move up, and I don't know how high she's going to go. But insanely impressive performance, what she put down, because this is an historic run. 4 Grand Slam champions to win a tournament, Haroon. We haven't seen that since Serena Williams in 1999.
Wow.
Imagine how long ago that has been.
Wow.
Superstar in the making.
Like, while watching her, I'm like, what in the world is this girl? Like, I was really impressed with her style of play also because she's hitting with a lot of power and she's so brave. She is so brave. Yeah. She's taking shots down break point, down match point, going for some drop shots, going for some winners. 18 years old doing this is unheard of. Like
the demeanor, like she's standing tall.
So cool.
She's so cool. You never feel like.
No.
On the other side though, we're talking on the other side in that final. Who's on the other side?
Naomi Osaka. Yeah.
Multiple time Grand Slam champion.
Yeah.
And what do we see? You see tantrums. You see borderline throwing games away, throwing sets away. That second set she threw it away. Yeah. And I'm watching them like, who's the Grand Slam champion in this scenario? Because Mboko's playing like the poised, multiple Grand Slam champion, and Naomi Osaka looks like this is her first time in this stage, and she's the one who's showing us like, I'm the one who's flustered.
Yeah.
Which I don't like from Naomi Osaka, and there's something else we didn't like that we're going to get into. But Mboko, to your point, just so poised and just built for the moment.
Yeah, it looked like she did this 100 times before. Like, like that was insanely impressive. But we want to talk about like how she rose, by the way, her ranking. Like she rose from 337 in January and to now becoming 25 in August. Yeah, which is insane. What is this insane rise going from 337 to 25?
In 8 months, she's moved 300 places. And if me and you want to make a prediction, I'll make a prediction on your behalf. She's probably going to rise higher. Like, we can expect that to happen. She decided to withdraw from Cincinnati, which is a smart move, because especially after 2 weeks in Montreal, the wear and tear of that, you want to be ready for the U.S. Open. Yeah. She's going to be a threat. She's going to be someone that no one wants to face come the U.S. Open. Because the confidence is as high as it can go. Yeah. You be 4 Grand Slam champions. 4 Grand Slam champions at 18 years of age. But so classy, so poised, so humble. I love this run. And I love when we see new players, we see rising stars. And she's very lovable, by the way. Yeah. She's a lovable character. You don't feel cocky. You feel she's humble. Yeah. It's a player that, you know, you feel like this is a player that deserves to be in this spot. This is a player you want to see on the biggest of stages. This is a player that you want to be one of the faces of our beautiful game of tennis.
Yeah, and also to talk about her story on like her background, they're moving from like her parents moving from Democratic Republic of Congo to move to Canada. So that's a very inspiring story, by the way, which is low key super impressive. She's overcoming a lot of obstacles to be where she is right now. Yeah. And at 18 years of age, like how many people can do something?
It's very inspirational, you know, because even though she might be Canadian, but you know, it's still some people back, whether in Africa, we're not seeing lots of tennis come out from there, but an inspiration. Yeah. This is a beacon of hope, a beacon of light. Like, this is someone, there are small young girls and young boys in Africa, whether in Congo, whether in other places, they look at Victoria Mboko and they go, I can maybe become that one day. Yeah. And that's so inspirational, and that's something I love to see.
It's amazing. It's amazing, and we wish her nothing but the best, and she's probably gonna even skyrocket even further right now.
Can't wait.
Moving 300 spots. wow, insane. He's super impressive.
Very special.
But we want to also move on to one of our favorite segments, Yusuf. Spicy, no spicy.
A little bit spicy. Sorry, not as spicy at all.
You want to share another spicy moment that you saw?
And this fits perfectly with what we were just talking about, because the person on the other side of the inspirational Victoria Mboko was Naomi Osaka.
Yeah.
I think I haven't been infuriated this much from a player, and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because Naomi Osaka, I felt so bad for her in the US Open ceremony when Serena Williams did not allow her to enjoy that day, because the way she fought, like anyone who wants to go back, anyone who knows what Serena Williams did in that US Open final ceremony when Naomi Osaka won her first Grand Slam. I think that was one I hated. I absolutely hated. You're supposed to allow someone to shine in their first time.
Like that Roger Rafa one.
The Roger Rafa one, also 2009 Australian Open, where Rafa has to say sorry to the crowd, sorry to Roger for winning. That's another story for another day.
Yeah.
But that's the preface. Naomi Osaka knows that Victoria Mboko looks up to her. She knows that she is her idol. And she herself said that I am so happy, and this makes me so glad that there are young players that look up to me. So she knows this going into the final.
Yeah.
And in the award ceremony, this young, amazing woman takes you down in a final set match to win her first ever WTA tournament.
Yeah.
First ever. And takes you down, her idol, in the tournament to win it. And you can't muster the strength, the courage, just contain those emotions to congratulate her in the ceremony. You say thank you to the ball kids. You say thank you to the organizers. You say thank you to the fans. But you can't say thank you to Victoria Mboko. Nothing has infuriated me more in a trophy ceremony as much as this one. Because Naomi Osaka, you know what that feels like.
Yeah.
And Victoria Mboko did that. You did that to her. You can't give her anything? You can't give her anything?
Yeah, it's
nothing?
It is a spicy moment.
I hated this moment.
Yes, it is a spicy moment. It's a bad one because you could be really classy and you could act as a nice mentor, as a senior person in the tour, you know, like a veteran on tour, to help these younger players, especially when she's somebody looking up to you.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, she's also human. So maybe she was dealing with some things, a lot of emotions flowing through her. She was really upset, maybe. But she could have stuff behind the scenes that we don't know about. So it's tough to, judge that. Yes, it's tough to defend her, but it's also we don't know what's happening behind the scenes. She looked like she was really dealing with something because she made a very quick speech. She didn't make a long one.
But every other human, not every other human. How many times have we seen Novak Djokovic show respect and love? How many times have we seen so many other players? Novak, to me, he stands out the most. But I don't have to go far away, Harun, because we can go to the men's tournament, which is just a couple, 100 miles away in Toronto. Ben Shelton and Karen Khachanov. Who lost that final? Karen Khachanov.
Yes, he did.
And a classy.
One of the classiest. Probably.
Classy.
That's a very classy one.
Trophy ceremony speech to Ben Shelton, lost in heartbreaking fashion, also, but more heartbreaking fashion, going down in a final set tiebreak. Yeah. He tells Ben Shelton, congratulations, and you deserve this. He says you have an amazing team. He says you have an amazing father. You are an amazing player, and you're an amazing person. But he musters the strength to say that to him. But she can't do that to Mboko?
Yeah, maybe, but Karen Khachanov wasn't the favorite going into that match. She didn't have a lot.
Why not? You just took down Sasha Zverev, who's the higher-ranked player, and Shelton took down Fritz, who's the lower-ranked player.
Yeah, but Shelton is more on the rise, and Shelton is also has more.
I think that's a stretch, though.
But anyways, besides that, maybe Naomi Osaka was thinking, yeah, she should win, and she has a lot of pressure, and maybe.
But she was showing, even throughout the match, the body language was off. It wasn't that of a champion.
True.
But in the end, even the handshake, even you said so. The handshake was
cold.
It
was but she did go over to her though, so she went over to her. It was cold. I agree. There are a lot of points that don't look good for her, but we credit Djokovic, we credit Novak and other players for becoming very classy. They're becoming extra. They're doing good things.
I think it's the norm. You know why? Because in tennis, that's one of the beautiful things. That's one of the things I love about this sport is all the players show high integrity. They show class. They show elegance. We wait for the trophy ceremonies. We wait for those moments so we can see the sportsmanship, so we can see the classy.
She did not help.
Camaraderie. Why do we love Sinner and Alcaraz so much?
Yeah.
Because they show that no matter in the toughest defeats, in the greatest triumphs, they know how to find their way back down, and I show you love, and you show me love, and I show you respect, and you show me respect. That's why we love the game of tennis. That's why we love trophy ceremonies.
I agree.
And this is a 4-time Grand Slam champion. This is someone who is
Yeah,
in a moment like this
before. It's not the first
before.
time she's in this position.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think this is a very. I think she has to apologize for this, because that's not what we expect from Naomi Osaka. That's not. She likes to give praise. She likes to talk. She likes to say the human side. Well, how about the human side to an 18-year-old like Victoria Mboko, who just beat her idol to win her biggest tournament in her life?
I think she's going to regret this moment, though. I think
yeah.
I think she's going to regret this moment, and maybe emotions were just too much for her in that moment. But you're right, though. She should have done better.
I understand.
Yeah.
Do you guys think this was spicy?
Yeah.
Please let us know in the comments, because
Let us know.
we tried to see the good in everything, but I can't let this one slide. I couldn't. I just couldn't.
Well, more on the good, lighthearted stuff and cool stuff. Cool dude moment of the week.
Oh my God, so much energy in this return. I love it for my story, Rog. Oh my God.
You have one you want to share with us?
On the other side, I love that we're going back to the men's side, because not because of men against women, but just Karen Khachanov and Ben Shelton are guys like these are these are two examples for just great sportsmanship.
We see it all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
And in their match, there was an the electronic line calling was glitching somehow.
It was horrendous.
And Khachanov hit a serve, hit the net cord. It was way out, but the line thing didn't call. So they didn't know what to do. Ben Shelton and both of them are like, "What's going on here? We don't know what's going on." And they're saying, obviously, it's a fault. And it was the line calling system doesn't call it when it's out by so much.
Yeah, 15 meters
Which,
or 10,
well,
15,
I don't,
something
but
weird.
it wasn't that far. I don't know. But Ben Shelton showing how classy he is, so how cool he is, because he knows that Karen shouldn't have to wait that long between first and second serve. He gives him a first serve again to serve. And he doesn't have to, but he gave it to him, and he gave him a first serve. And then again, first serve, he hits it, it's out. The electronic line doesn't call it. They go up to the umpire, and they're talking about what's going on. And then the umpire told Shelton, you can give him the first serve if you want. This is the second time in a row. You can give it to him if you want, but it's your point. But it's not. It's your right to tell him to go and serve a second serve. And obviously, Ben Shelton, super classy, amazing human being, says, "Yeah, of course, give it to him. It's Christmas. How about that?" Yeah. But that's just the classiness of a guy like Ben Shelton, because he knows on the other side that if the shoe was on the other foot, he would like someone to do the same, and you treat others the way you want to be treated. Ben Shelton, perfect example of that. Loved it.
Yeah,
super cool.
Yeah, also to build on that point, it's sometimes refreshing to see American players, because they're the ones that kind of bring sometimes different culture, different sports culture into tennis.
He himself brings the competitive spirit, the edginess, and he's kind of like the football, the NBA style, the NFL stuff.
Well, he was a QB. He was a quarterback.
He was a QB, and we played football, and it's just you're competitive, but they are not mutually inclusive. They're mutually exclusive. You can be classy, you can be this, you can have sportsmanship and have insane, fiercely competitive energy.
Yeah, but sometimes it feels like you're not just in this box, kind of like, yeah, man, give him another first serve, give him another first serve, like it's Christmas. Kind of like crossing the net is not like taboo, feels like the net was just there just for the game, but sometimes that net feels like, oh, I can't go on the other side. It's but he's so chill about this. Yeah. So it's nice to see. Also, Tiafoe sometimes brings that kind of energy.
Yeah.
But I love it from these guys.
Tennis. We need juice like that. Ben Shelton is so important for tennis. Karen Khachanov, the character that he brings is important to tennis.
It's so important.
But the Canadian crowd had something to say when it comes to cool dude moments.
Another cool dude moment was when the crowd went wild when Victoria Mboko won the title, and it's kind of like they forgot about the match they were watching with Shelton and Karen Khachanov, and they just kept on cheering Victoria Mboko. That was crazy. That was wild.
And you can see the confused faces of Khachanov and Shelton. They're like, "What's going on?" Because this is going on in Montreal. So why all of a sudden in the middle of our
Yeah.
match are people cheering like crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know, Canadians are happy. Canadians are proud. They have every right to be.
Yeah.
To have someone winning their tournament.
Yeah.
Their tournament. She's the
Yeah.
youngest Canadian also ever to win this tournament. So, you know, you could see why they're happy, why they're proud. It's Canadian pride all over their faces, inside their bodies. So that was a cool move.
Yeah, it's cool to see some because Canadians are so polite and poised. You know, it's nice to feel them excited and cheering on because it is a cool dude moment of the week. So that took it away.
Some very nice moments.
Yeah. Okay, Yusuf, moving on to one of my, favorite segments, buying or selling. The 2 weeks master event, buying or selling, Yusuf.
You know, I don't think it's a tough one, by the way. I am selling this.
Really?
I am not a fan of the 2 weeks Masters events. You know, I feel like I understand the business part. Let's sell more tickets. Let's do all this. But like, as a simple example, why in the world are we having two quarterfinals split on 2 days? And this isn't like 2 big 5-set matches that are going down like on the men's side, and you need 2 full days for them so they can get all the focus. No, you can play all 4. This is a best of 3 sets match. So I don't like to stretch this 2 weeks long. Like if we go back. By the way, you know who lost in this tournament like 2 weeks ago? Daniil Medvedev lost like 2 weeks ago, you know? Iga Swiatek lost like a week ago.
It's wild.
It's so long ago, and it's not like the storylines are crazy where you need to spread out. And, you know, I feel like they're trying to make this into something close to a Grand Slam event where you get 2 weeks.
But you can't.
But you know what?
Yeah.
It has zero aura. Like the aura that the Masters events have now, I think it's decreasing. It's diminishing it. I actually wait for Monte Carlo because Monte Carlo is, you know, it's a 1 week event. It's like boom, 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 boom. And we get a champion within. It's action packed. It's 1 week of the best tennis players in the world going toe to toe. But this isn't the case. It's so stretched out. The seeds are so seeds playing this day, seeds playing this day. I want that in a Grand Slam. I don't want that in Masters event. Take it back, but I'm 100% selling Haroon. I do not like this.
Fully agree there. I'm selling it 100%. I'm selling it for the ATP Masters 1000s for sure. Maybe for the slams, it's nicer that doing 2 weeks because it's, like you said, best of 5
But
sets.
that's exactly.
Yeah, it's
bigger
fine.
draws. So.
Yeah, it's fine because
We love it.
The matches can stretch the entire day, but when you have like 2 matches and they're done like in super quickly, like it's not so fun.
Yeah.
Because like it's not. I don't think it's better off, and I think also players could be injured a bit more. Like Sinner talked about it, he's not liking this format, and it's like you said, Daniil Medvedev lost 2 weeks ago. It's like he did so many things in those 2 weeks. Like, are they still playing this tournament?
He could have went on vacation, decided to do maybe a training block, and then find his way to Cincinnati. And like also, it's weird because the scheduling. Like yesterday, you had the Toronto Masters going on, which was finishing, and the Montreal Masters, WTA 1000. And since he had already begun, like Fonseca was playing yesterday, and Fonseca won a match. Like we don't want overlapping in these big tournaments. No. We want it to finish so we can shift our focus to the other side completely. Yeah. And this is not something I like to see. And like you said. Players don't like it. Sasha was recently saying he doesn't like it. Sinner doesn't like it. We talked to Vasek Pospisil in an interview when we talked to him about when he's big on player welfare. He said they don't like it. Like lots of players. So why are we doing this? Yeah. Why are we doing this? Let's social. I don't know. Maybe look at the players more and maybe give them some love in terms of maybe not stretching them so thin.
You could do something in the middle or do like a 10-day master event if you really like it.
It kind of is though because the top guys don't play the first 2 days and then But maybe. To me, like we look forward to these Grand Slam like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, you're taking away.
You're taking away from it. You're taking away from it. It's not like feel like you're gonna have and seats were empty. Were they not? We saw like you're
especially
watching
in the morning.
Like seats are empty, but if you have
matches.
jam-packed 1 week, it's not going to be the case. No. I think so. So
Yeah.
we're selling. And what you guys? Are you guys selling also? Because 2 weeks Masters events, it's not it. It's not it.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Haroon, moving on. Before we move on to a few other segments, we did have some interesting things that happened.
Yeah.
And you know, the first thing that I think broke all our hearts, and we probably saw this one coming, but we were hoping it wasn't going to happen. Grigor Dimitrov is officially not going to play the U.S. Open.
Pain, man.
He had the longest active streak of consecutive Grand Slam main draw appearances It's finally over. 58 appearances. This is done
hard.
Wimbledon in 2011, and it's ended officially Wimbledon 2025. That streak is done. You know, it's a bit ironic, you know, that he's the gladiator, but at the same time, the past, 6 or 7 Grand Slams, he goes out with injury.
Yeah.
But yeah, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, like it's really sad because, you know, not only that heartbreaking loss or had to withdraw against Sinner in Wimbledon, but now he's taking another L for an insane streak that he has been having so far.
58, that's intense.
That's really impressive.
Yeah, very
like
impressive.
Those are a lot of years of playing slams. So it's like if you just give somebody that streak with nothing else, they'll feel like my career was amazing as a tennis player.
Yeah, very true.
But so he had that, and he also could have had an amazing run. Yeah, it's hard to not be sad about that.
Yeah, but he looks like, you see some pictures, he looks like he's in good spirits. He should be.
Well, like Sai said, he has his girlfriend. He has his, living his life
living it up. So
French
feeling
Riviera
bad for him,
or
but not so bad.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
He's fine. Grigor's fine.
He's still set for a good.
We love Grigor, but he's fine.
Yeah, I love Grigor. Yeah, but I want to also mention that this is, you know, I want to know your thoughts about that. But Djokovic withdrawing from Cincinnati and all the way and just going to go to U.S. Open without any prep time. Just raw. He's going raw dog. He's going raw dog as Connor Casey, his character. He's going raw dog right here. Yeah. What's your thoughts on that one?
I want him to play something. Same thing like in the clay swing where he played Monte Carlo, then he played Jacko, and then he came back and he played Geneva and he won that one, and then he went into Roland Garros and he had an amazing run there, making it all the way to the semifinals. I'm not a big fan of this. I'd like to see him play something. We know he's going to play that mixed doubles event with Danilovic.
But that's really.
But looks like he's not going to play anything. But you know, if anyone knows Novak Djokovic's body and what he needs, it's Novak Djokovic. So I'm not going to doubt it. But, you know, the first week of a slam is kind of like a 250. And this is hard courts, which is his best surface, his favorite surface. So I think he'll be just fine. But I would have liked to see him in Cincinnati for just, you know, I need the competition. I think you need it. Maybe the juice is flowing. Maybe get the chance to play Sinner and Alcaraz before, but that's not happening. He knows his body best, but yeah, I would have liked to see him play a tournament before.
I'm torn here because at one point I'm saying maybe it's good because nobody learns his patterns on hard courts and stuff. You know, like he gets a lot of gameplay to study. So he's going in raw, which is going to be raw for him, but also raw for everybody else. Yeah. How is he going to play? But at the same time, I feel like everybody's much more comfortable on hard courts. Yeah. Like maybe he had some advantage on grass and clay, where it's like, yeah, fine. Like not everybody's so great on clay or grass, but hard court, everybody's decent on hard court. Yeah. And even if you have big servers, it's gonna be tough for him to find his footing. Again, he's the GOAT. He's the ultimate beast. He knows best. But I'm not so high on this right now.
Yeah. Me too. Well, what do you guys think of that? Joko, is it fine that he's going into the U.S. Open raw dog?
Raw dog.
Let us know because we love to hear what you guys have to say. Yeah. Well, moving into my favorite segment. I know buying and selling, you said it, one of your favorite segments. My favorite segment is Overreaction or Not.
It's a good segment.
Yeah, it's an amazing it's a spicy segment. It's a spicy segment. Well, Haroon, I'm going to tell you something and you let me know, is this an overreaction or not? Yeah. First up. Karen Khachanov will play the ATP finals this year. Overreaction or not?
Ooh. Actually, I don't think this is an overreaction because I like how he's playing so far. And he's not so far, by the way, points-wise. Yeah. And I think he can sneak up into that 8th spot, maybe even like the reserve. But I think he could play. It's not an overreaction on my spot.
You know, I'm thinking of this. So Karen Khachanov moving into the remaining part of the season. He loves the indoor hard, by the way. Yeah. He has great results. Even look back at the end of last season. He made it all the way to the final in Vienna. He won a tournament in Serbia, or I don't remember. He won a tournament, made it to the final in a few tournaments there. So he knows how to pick up points when he move into the indoor hard. Yeah, he's going to be able to pick up points there. We have the Paris-Bercy Masters. He loves
Paris.
He's the champion there.
Yeah.
So Karen Khachanov, if he continue this form, let's see what he does in the U.S. Open. He's not far off, like you said.
Yeah.
This is not an overreaction.
Yeah.
Karen Khachanov, I think he actually might be booking his place in the ATP Finals this year.
Yeah, I remember last year also when we had Tommy Paul, there was a bunch of players that could have made the ATP Finals, and then they kind of whiffed on that and they choked it.
Yeah.
So it could be something as well. Like the second half of the season is not so easy because
No, it's not.
you get tired.
There's
and
lots
whatever.
of tennis to be played.
Yeah, lots of tennis, of tennis. And this is where the pro come to play now, where he knows what it's like and how to conserve his energy and how to play it smart and right. I think he's in a good spot.
Yes, very nice. We agreement on not no reaction for that one.
Yes.
Well, next one, Haroon. Ben Shelton will overtake Taylor Fritz as the #1 American player. Overreaction or not?
Ooh, that's also a spicy one. I don't think it's an overreaction as well. Again, because I think Ben Shelton is getting into more form and he's tweaking more things and he's rising above Fritz right now. Fritz, this is not his been of a great year.
He has a final to defend the U.S. Open.
He has a final to defend the U.S. Open. I think he's going to lose a lot of points there, and I think Ben Shelton can pick up much more points there. He doesn't have a lot to defend semi-final, but still he could pick up stuff in other tournaments. I think he's in a better spot, and he's not so far as well points-wise as well. Yeah. So I think yes, this is not an overreaction. Your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are it's very tricky because Taylor Fritz, I would say he's a clutch player, by the way. I would say he shows amazing mental toughness. This is a guy who, when it comes to the tournaments where he loves and he's good at, he performs. And he gives results. And he loves the swing. We just said so. He made it to the semifinal. Let's see what he does in Cincy. U.S. Open, he has a final to defend, but I don't know if is he going to make it that far? You can expect him to get far, but final, maybe not. I would say this is not an overreaction. Also, Ben Shelton is built for the moment. Ben Shelton is rising. Yeah. And I think he will overtake Taylor Fritz. When, though, exactly, I don't know, but I think he's going to overtake him. Yeah. Well, another Ben Shelton one, Haroon, here coming at you. Ben Shelton is America's best chance at Grand Slam. Overreaction or not?
Again, I do not think this is an overreaction because if he's going to overtake Fritz, then he's going to become the better American player. And I think he has more firepower to take down a big time player like Alcaraz or Sinner. Yeah. And I think Fritz, although he's elite to take down everybody else, I don't know if he has enough firepower to take Sinner or Alcaraz in a row. Yeah. I think Shelton, though, wants to, and he's slightly better chances. So I think it's not an overreaction for me.
Yeah, I think Ben Shelton is built for the big moments. He's a superstar in the making. He is the one who is going to bring glory to America. I truly believe it. Ben Shelton, no one has beaten Ben Shelton in Grand Slams this year outside Sinner and Alcaraz, by the way. Yeah. Nobody outside those guys. And he's getting closer and closer. We saw what he was like against, remember, in Roland Garros, he gave Alcaraz fits. Outside Jannik Sinner, no one gave him that.
He could have.
No one gave him that.
He could have took 2 sets off of Alcaraz.
Exactly. So Ben Shelton's coming. Ben Shelton, I truly believe he is America's best chance at a slam. Yeah. Well, last one, Haroon, coming at you. Victoria Mboko is one of the favorites for the U.S. Open. Overreaction or not?
I can't believe I'm going not an overreaction, all of our overreactions so far. But yeah, this is not an overreaction. I think that if you want an ATP Masters 1000 on the WTA Masters 1000 in the American swing, this is a lot. So I don't think anybody else is also informed. I think she's peaking as well, and she's showed that she has a lot of maturity and confidence in her game. Yeah. And America is also the wild, wild west, and it's very unpredictable, and it's not consistent. Like everybody's the same people win it every single time. So I think that she has a lot of this unpredictability on her side, and I think she's in a good spot as well. Not an overreaction.
Yeah, well, these 2 tournaments before the U.S. Open, they indicate a lot. Like if you're doing good there, you're probably going to do good in the U.S. Open. Yeah. It shows it, and we've seen it before. We've seen it. You can go check anything. Yeah. When you do good in this North American swing by the U.S. Open, you're probably going to have good results. So she should be one of the favorites. Yeah. And the confidence is sky high. Taking down Rybakina, taking down Osaka, taking down Kenin, taking down Goff. Of course, she should be in there as one of the favorites. Even though she's number 25 in the world, she should be in there. Yeah. So definitely not an overreaction for me. Yeah. That ends our overreaction segment, Haroon, of the week. And you guys, please let us know what you think. What's an overreaction? What's not? We love to hear what you have to say. Well, Haroon, we're moving into Cincy, the last Masters before the U.S. Open. Everyone is back. Sinner's back. Alcaraz is back. Draper is back. Sabalenka's back. This is the tournament that we cannot wait to see before the US Open. This is the litmus test for everyone going forward. So, my friend, I will ask you, who do you have winning the Cincinnati Masters on the women's side?
Ooh, this is a tough one, though. Yeah, I don't know who to pick. I'm really struggling between a few players, but I think I'm going to go for the number one here. I'm going for Aryna Sabalenka.
Okay.
I think Aryna is going to love this American tournament in Cincy, and I think she's going to lift the title.
Okay. You know who I'm going to take? I'm going to take the woman that just lost in heartbreaking fashion
No
to
way!
Victoria Mboko. I am taking Elena Rybakina
Really?
to win
Wow.
the Cincinnati Masters. I think she's finding her form. It was a tough loss, but if anything I know about Rybakina is that she is as cool as a cucumber, and she's going to find her way, I think, to the throne.
I'm glad that you're going to picking her because I don't think that.
Well, on the men's side, Haroon, Sinner's back, Alcaraz is back, Draper's back. Everyone's there except Novak Djokovic. It's tough to predict. Who do you have, especially after a break? Who do you have winning the Cincy Masters?
I'm going for double number ones. I'm going for Jannik Sinner here as well.
Yeah.
I know it's an easy pick. It's easy pick, but it's tough to pick against the reigning Grand Slam champion in Wemby. Alcaraz maybe somebody in the mix there, but I'm going for Sinner on this one. I think he's a beast.
Well, Haroon, guess what? You're probably not going to like this because I'm going to agree with you. Jannik Sinner, man. Jannik Sinner, man. Jannik Sinner, man. This guy is looking like a beast that cannot be stopped. Carlos Alcaraz is going to have something to say, but Jannik Sinner right now, I can't see anyone beating him. We're going into his castle. He is the defending champion. He is the hardcore king. And I think he takes this one home, man. I agree with you 100%. Well...
Do you want me to play Smile left as a message?
Yeah, he did leave us a message. I was going to, if you want to go ahead, he did leave us a message on who he has winning this tournament. Play it for us and the fans. Let's find out what he has to say.
For you guys. And Smile's going to, who you got, Smile?
Let's see.
Guys, I know this is not his surface. I know he's coming off a tough loss at Wimbledon. But I have the Alcaraz on the revenge tour for the victory.
Okay.
He's going for Alcaraz on the revenge tour.
In Cincy.
He's going for Alcaraz as the revenge tour on Cincy.
Okay, I like that. So we have two Sinners and one Alcaraz. And let's see how this one plays out. This is going to be special. This is going to be
at least we didn't all agree on Sinner, so maybe some of that bad luck that we all picked together.
No, definitely. You know, we had a nice break. We had lots of interesting things that went down this week. Hype is rising, Haroon, for Cincy. And then the US Open. But guys, with last 2 weeks, we had amazing conversations with some really nice guests. First off, Michael Tillstrom, who's coaching Denis Shapovalov now, he gave us some really nice insights from how he gets the connection with the players to build the trust, and so many different insights about playing guys like Sampras, like Agassi, like Federer. You're not going to want to miss this. It was an interesting conversation. Also, Connor Casey, another interesting conversation we had with him. Nice. It was fun. It was filled with laughs. If you want to have a good time with some guys who just love tennis and talk about tennis, that is for you. And check it out and see you guys after the Cincy Masters. We cannot wait to see what happens. We hope epic clashes go down. See you guys then.
Have a good night. Good night. Good night. Very good night.